Act 5, Fate catches up with King Macbeth. The witch's prophecy had convinced Macbeth that he was invincible. But now Lady Macbeth was terrified. Her dreams were filled with visions of her husband's terrible deeds. She was haunted with guilt at her part in the crimes. Lady Macbeth even imagined her hands were still covered in the blood of those she had helped to murder. It didn't matter how hard her doctor tried to soothe her or ease her guilt, he was unable to find a cure for her misery. After days of marching, Malcolm, Macduff, and the newly recruited army of English supporters had arrived in Scotland to fight King Macbeth. They gathered with the other rebel lords who had set up a secret camp near Burnham Woods. News soon reached Macbeth that trouble was brewing. English troops? Macbeth spat. Led by Macduff and Malcolm? I am not afraid of them. The witches had told him that he needn't fear Macduff. He trusted them. They had never been wrong before. Just then, Macbeth's messenger arrived with shocking news. Lady Macbeth had died of grief. But Macbeth pretended not to hear him. All he could think of was beating Malcolm and Macduff. He was certain he was invincible. I have nothing left to lose, Macbeth said determinedly. Death doesn't frighten me anymore. Let's see if Birnam Wood really does come to Dunsinane. Back in Birnam Woods, Malcolm and Macduff had given orders to their troops. Use branches from the trees as camouflage, they said. Then march to Dunsinane. From his castle walls, Macbeth looked down towards the woods. Was he going mad? The trees were moving ever closer towards Dunsinane. The witches had told him that he was safe until Birnam Woods marched towards him. That was exactly what was happening now. Macbeth had no choice but to go into the battle. Throw down your branches, Malcolm commanded his troops. Charge! The battle began, and Macbeth came face to face with his enemies. Give up, you coward! Macduff cried. Never! Macbeth sneered. They fought bitterly until Macduff finally killed Macbeth. Before delivering the final blow, Macbeth told Macbeth that he had been cut out of his mother's womb in an operation called caesarean. So Macduff was not born of a woman, just like the witches foretold. He was the killer the witches were warning Macbeth about. Now Macbeth lay dead at Macduff's feet. Macduff chopped off Macbeth's head and walked back to the camp, holding the severed head high. "Hail, King Malcolm!" Macduff called out to his comrades. "Hail, King of Scotland!" cheered his fellow soldiers and bowed to their new king, Malcolm. Thank you, all of you," Malcolm said. "We have seen enough cruelty and hatred in our land for now. Everyone in exile can return. Peace should settle. I'm honored to be named your king." Out on the heath, the witches gathered around the cauldron once again, dropping a toad and an adder into their pot, stirred their potion, looking to see what they had in store. We come to the end of the story. If you like the video, please subscribe and share and support the channel, and look for more videos to follow. Thank you.